Hey, it's Loriann, and I have Deryck from Sum 41 on the phone with me. Hey, Deryck.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Thanks for talking to us today.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No problem. I just wanted to say congratulations first, of course, on the new album, Order and Decline. We can't wait to get it July 19th. But the one thing that we're really excited about, myself personally, and from what I've been hearing already, is that we're stoked that you're calling it the heaviest and most aggressive album to date. Is that something that you forethink, or does it just happen?
No, it definitely just happens. It didn't really. I mean, whenever I'm writing anything, I don't really think about anything. I just sort of do what I feel like doing at that moment, and I just happened to. I started writing for this record the day we got home from touring the last record.
Oh, wow.
And I think that whole last cycle of 13 Voices, like the touring cycle and being on stage every night, seeing the reaction from the fans, and just that energy, I don't know, made me just want to write some fast, aggressive, hard music. I have no idea. I just went right into writing, and that's what came out.
And so we know Out for Blood.
Out for Blood was the first song that came.
That was the first one that you wrote?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, that just came out pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's awesome. But on the scale of so there's 10 songs, right? Where does Out for Blood fall on that heavy scale?
I don't know. I mean, the record, I would say, leans heavier for sure, but it's not like they all just sound like Out for Blood. Everything, there's different sort of variations of heavy, I guess, in the way I would describe it.
Yeah.
But they all sort of fit with each other. It's a rock record, that's all I can really say. Doesn't mean that every song is, full on, super fast and like that, but they're all, I don't know, heavy in their own way, I guess. I would say there's dynamics on the record, if I'm trying to describe it. It's not just one-dimensional.
You're also pretty clear that it's not a social or a political protest record, but, you are human and you do have feelings. So it did seep in a little bit to certain songs?
I would say into the record, yeah. Like I said, it's not a statement record or it's not a political record, but yeah, you can't really turn a blind eye to what's going on. I mean, at least I couldn't. I tried. I didn't want to write anything about anything that was going on. And I don't, in a way I didn't. I sort of just wrote how I felt, I guess. If there's anger on the record, it's because there's a lot of stuff that's just not that cool in the world, Out for Blood, for example, to me is, it just sort of seemed like everywhere you look, in every country, especially touring around, everywhere we went, every country has their own form of division and what they're divided on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's hatred and there's racism. There's just so much going on in every country that, and even if you look online or whatever it is, it's everything's so to the extreme. You're either you feel this way about something, or you feel so polar opposite, about something. And everyone seems to be out for blood, with what they believe in. And
it's different for us, someone who's not in a band. We can sit back and learn about what's going on in different places. But when you're in a band and you actually get to tour different places and actually be involved in their culture, even if it's just for a moment or a week or a few days, are you that empathetic of a person that you kind of just you feel it and you take it away with you?
Yeah. For example, we were in England when the Brexit vote happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it would just kind of came out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere, but for me, we had just got there, and it was the day that it had come out, the results had come out. So
mm-hmm.
It was, it was huge while we were there, and then we left, and then we were somewhere else in Europe, and they were having elections of, their prime minister, and it was this whole disaster there. It was completely different.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
We were all over the place. It was just everywhere you went, there's their form of something falling apart in somebody's eyes, and something was a huge victory to the other side.
I gotcha. Well, it's cool that you took it home with you and got it out in your own way, because you do have to kind of just put it out there. Otherwise, it would eat you alive a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
So I love how the show at home. I know LA is your home now, but your show back here, it has its own name. And
well, I still consider Toronto my home.
Oh, good. I love to hear that.
I split my time back and forth. Of course, Toronto will always be my home, for sure.
Exactly. So you called it the home for the summer performance, right?
Yes.
Do you feel a different kind of energy when you come back home?
Oh, definitely, for sure. For one, I mean, all our family and friends are there. And then I don't know, the shows, and even if we weren't from Toronto, I think Toronto is one of the best places to play for any band.
Oh, that's cool.
I hear that all the time from bands. And if you look at just the amount of like live concert DVDs that are always shot in Toronto, I think Foo Fighters have one, Coldplay has one. You know, like there's so many people that always talk about Toronto as like one of the best places to play in the world.
Do you feel extra pressure though, or do you just have like the time of your life?
No, I think the only pressure comes from all of our family wanting to get in on the guest list.
You could only accommodate so many.
We get bombarded. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, Deryck. Is there a particular song on the new album that you're stoked to play live for the first time?
You know what? I hate playing any song live for the first time because it's always a mess. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing the new songs once they feel good on stage. That first time's always just so stressful.
For sure. It's funny to think of you guys being nervous at all because it doesn't come off that way, but it's good to know that behind the scenes kind of thing. What about grandson? So cool. Yeah. Really awesome. How did that even come about?
Well, for one, he's a great artist, and I love his music. And I think we all do in the band. But he's somebody I met, I don't know how long ago now it was, maybe about a year ago. I heard his music, and I didn't know anything about him. Somebody played me something, and I thought, wow, this is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And he was playing that night in LA. So I went down and I just met him. And we just kind of hit it off right away. I didn't even know he was from Toronto.
Yeah.
And then we just, started hanging out a little bit, and we became friends, and then he's just a good friend.
I don't know if you know this, but last week when the show was announced, we did a big contest here on The Rock, and it was really fun. We had a Sum 41 super fan. So every time the listeners heard the Sum 41 super fan come on the air, that's when they knew to call in to win tickets for the show at Echo Beach.
Oh, cool.
And it made me think, if you were confronted by a, quote, Rebecca Babbles, how do you handle it? Have you been confronted by many super fans that maybe were just a little bit too much?
I don't know if I've ever found that it was anything too much. I don't know. I'll take the praise. Why not? Usually when I meet people, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I usually walk away saying, man, we got some pretty cool fans.
Another thing we do here on 94.9 The Rock is Generation Next. We feature a brand new up-and-coming band every single week. So I was just wondering if you had any advice for the up-and-comers that may be listening right now.
Advice for bands. I don't know if you want to follow any of my advice. But, no, I don't know. The only thing that I can say, and this is just for us, is that we always just thought to be the best live bands, or, to be the best live performers you can be. Because at the end of the day, you can still build a career on being a great live performer. When things change in the business, which they do nowadays, every few months things are different.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a really good live performer, people will still be interested, in my opinion.
Yeah, they'll come out to the shows and then take it from there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's such a nice opportunity for me to talk to you today, Deryck. I am absolutely starving, and all I can think of is pizza right now. So final question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite.
Me too. So that we could share a pie then maybe one day.
Definitely.
Awesome. You have a great, great day, and we can't wait to see you in August at Echo Beach.
Cool. Yeah, we're looking forward to it.